I'm a scary partier. I feel like Slugs McKenzie from Futurama already. Like, I'm just like partying all the time. Welcome to Escape the Readathon reading vlog. First day. It is May 1st. It is a little later at night. You might be able to tell because of the lighting. I am currently on the kickoff sprints on Lexi's channel. And yeah, I started reading already. I read 2 books already. I've constantly had an earbud in since like 6 o'clock last night. I listened to 2 thriller books because my themed vlog was going to be based around thrillers, but I just did not have fun reading those thrillers, and I'm halfway through another thriller. I'm gonna push through and I will finish listening to it, but I hate it. I'm not liking it at all. Yeah, so I'm scrapping that vlog idea for the first week of Escape the Readathon, and I was thinking, for once, using my brain. So Escape the Readathon is based off of Lexi's TBR game. I thought it would be fun to kind of incorporate my TBR game thing that I do every once in a while, and I've been really bad about it, and I've been really bad about reading the books from it, and it's being haunted by my Ouija game. So I have this fun Ouija board, and I lost the planchette. I use a Pop Vinyl planchette. That is a Ouija guy. If you haven't seen my TBR videos at the beginning of the year when I started this, and I basically just roll a dice and then I count down, and then I pick out a book on my TBR card. But I was trying to think of this, and I didn't think too hard about it, but I was like, how do I make this like be a scary thing? Is to go back to all the books that I didn't read for this that are from my TBR card. So yeah, let me grab those. This is really bad. Okay, Anybody Home by Michael Stedlinger. This was, I believe, from last month, or the last month I did it, which was March. Nope, did not read it. This one's a huge one, Dark Corners by Brandon Massey. Did not read it. And then there is Banquet for the Damned, which there's no audio for. So, oh my gosh, this is huge. This is 500 pages, and it's always taken me a good chunk of time to get through this. I don't know. I guess the whole point is to read a bunch of books, right, for this readathon. So like reading these will definitely slow me down, I feel like, but it's scary. It's a scary time. It's a scary time to read books. So I will attempt to read these, and then I'm going to roll. Who am I? I'm going to roll 2 more times to see what I get. Okay, so everything is crooked. I thought it'd be creepy to have the books here. And that's funny, there's, like, these are kind of the same book, it looks like, with the half face. Okay, so I'm going to roll, and I got a 6, and I started with, or I ended on A last time because of Anybody Home, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G. Okay, so second roll. Oh. 2. 1, 2. I. Oh wait, that's an L. No, that's an I. That is an I. Okay, so I had a tough time with that. Picking G out, and I. That was really tough. So I went from my TBR that I did, which it was on my TBR cart for at one point. So G, Hellhound by Ken Greenhall I was supposed to read this in April and it just didn't happen, and it's really short, so that will be good. And then I was so hard. I like could not figure out a night. If you guys are wondering what I do, I try to go off of like the author's name or the title with like starting with, but yeah, there's no like eyes. There's no eyes out there. So I thought Familiar Spirit and with by Lisa Tuttle would work, and I'm supposed to be reading this with Andrew, so we shall see if this happens. I have until Sunday, so I have a week to read these 5 books. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. It's a lot of pages, and I've already read a bunch of books. Anyways, it's fine. It's scary. It's supposed to be really scary. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, party on. Yes, I was trying to get you snoring. You were just snoring, and now you're not. Okay, so it has been a couple of days since I last checked in or started this vlog, and it's going pretty well, but I have kind of strayed from that because we got our prompts yesterday to unlock the door. So we made it to the door as of, I think it was, yeah, Wednesday afternoon. I think every team made it to the door and we all got our prompts. So it kind of switched things. I was able to use one book. I was able to do Hellhound for one of the prompts for partiers, which is to read a book without a human on the cover. So I was able to do that with Hellhound because it is just an evil dog, and this book is very depressing and weird and very sad and kind of gross. Pretty gross. At the end though, you are rooting for Baxter because every human in this is pretty terrible that you get a POV from. There is a young boy in this who has a lot of problems, and yeah, you're not rooting for him for sure. So yeah, I don't know what to think of this book. It was kind of sad, actually. I think I'm thinking 3 stars for it because there's parts of this that I did like. I really liked Baxter's POV. I thought it was really funny. He has like quite the superiority complex as a dog, and I thought that was really funny. And he's evil. He's evil, and yeah, I thought that was great. What a unique tale from the 70s. Yes, that's all I have to say. And then I ended up listening to Dark Corners by Brandon Massey. So this was part of the mood read part of Escape the Readathon. I listened to this. I think it's free for Audible members. I think it is, or I already had it, but I didn't have to like use a credit or anything for it. And this is a vampire story. I had no idea this was about vampires, and it is very reminiscent of Anne Rice, and it had like some world building in it, and like small town vibes. It kind of reminded me of Your Soul to Keep by Tana and Reeve Do too, her vampire story. It was a lot of fun. It had some great imagery in it, but I will say it was a bit slow at times. The audiobook was 18 hours long, which was a lot to do in like a day and a half or so. I think it was like almost 24 hours, so I almost made it 24 hours listening to this. But yeah, the imagery in this is so great. There's like a part in it. So basically the son vampire has to dig up his dad vampire who's been asleep since like the Civil War in the South, and he's digging, and the ground just fills with blood, and then it like explodes. So there's like imagery like that in this, and it's so great. There's like some other like mind stuff in this too. Oh, it was great. I think I'm leaning towards like a 4-star, even though it was slow in times and there's romance in it that I didn't really care for, of course, at all. But yeah, it was a fun time. So if anything, it would be like a 3.5, round up to 4 on Goodreads. And I'm currently hosting sprints on my channel for Escape the Readathon. I am joined by Lexi, the creator of Escape the Readathon, and Amy from Amy Newell Reads, and Andrew from It Came From the Page, and we're having a lot of fun. We're actually sprinting, which is very fun. So I was able to finish Into the Rolling Deep by Mira Grant. I listened to this one on Scribd for the prompt. A cover that has mostly a color that you do not like on it. I'm not a huge seafoam green person, and I feel like that is most of this cover. And then I started They Were Here Before Us by Eric LaRocca, and I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. This audio is on Scribd, and I didn't know that. Like, I picked it up because I was like, I want to read it this weekend, and the audio is on there, so I'm going to get through it very quickly. I'm absolutely loving it so much. The first point of view is from an insect, and now I'm in a bird's POV. So yeah, I'm really liking that, and of course I'm using this for Not a Human on the cover, and I think the cover on Scribd is different, but it's just a scarecrow. So yeah, I love this cover. That's why I bought it. This is on KU as well. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read this there. But I just absolutely love the covers so much. It's just a work of art. All of their covers are amazing. I absolutely love them. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun reading. I'm getting a ton done, even though I've been so busy, and I've watched The Changeling, which is my favorite haunted house movie, one of my favorite haunted house movies. It's really tough to decide between that and like The Shining, of course. Well, that's a hotel. I don't know. The Changeling is very atmospheric and well acted, and it's on Tubi, so even better. Did I just spit? I just spit everywhere. I'm so excited. So I will get back to reading, and I will check in later. It is the next day. It is like 5-ish. I'm currently on Lexi's channel with the partiers, and we are partying. We are reading, or we're sprinting, and I just want to do a quick check-in. I did finish They Were Here Before Us yesterday before sprints ended. Before I went to karaoke. I went to karaoke last night and had too much fun, of course. I think I'm going to give this one 4 stars just because the middle story didn't quite work for me, but overall I really like the writing, of course. So maybe it's 4.5, and I'll round up to 5 on Goodreads. But yeah, I really like the writing. I like the first story, and I like the last story. It's a bit of a creature feature, and it was like fun. So yeah, I really like this, and it is available to listen to on Scribd. And speaking of Scribd, I'm wearing out my Scribd this week. The first week, I am listening to Pinata by Leopoldo Gout. I'm probably totally mispronouncing that. But yeah, I'm so excited to read this. I am reading it. I'm having a blast with it. It is so great. The opening prologue of this is so freaking gnarly and gross and like disturbing, and I absolutely loved it. I was hooked, and then I got to like a really creepy part, but it is kind of a lot of setup at the beginning of it, but I feel like the way the tension is done in this is really fun and good, and it's keeping me like hooked. Like I'm trying to get stuff done while I listen to it, but I'm just like zoning out, and I'm like scream face. That's how I am right now. My friend Lindsay gifted me this book, so thank you so much, Lindsay, for sending me this. I'm having a blast with it, and yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm excited to finish it. Hopefully I'll finish it tonight on sprints, because after the partiers, we do our thing. I'm going to hop over on Kelsey's channel, or Kelsey's going to start hosting Escape the Readathon sprints. I'm rocking the shirt. I will link the merch down below. It should still be available, but they have a lot of, I'm like gonna cough. I'm so excited. They have a lot of cute crew necks and stuff. It's not only t-shirts. I only got a t-shirt because it's like hot here usually in May. It hasn't been so far. And then you probably can't see it with this horrible lighting, but there's these really cute bookmarks that Lexi made, and they are adorable. This is the partier one. And it has like our little ghosty on it, but I will link that down below as well. And I've been using it and it's been so great. It's been just fantastic. And I started watching The Innkeepers, which is directed by Ty West. It's like a haunted hotel situation happening. I don't remember too much from this movie. It's been a minute since I've watched it, but I think it's a really good like background movie to have on, and it is on Tubi. And yeah, I think I do remember the ending being really sad though, so I don't know if I really want to be sad tonight. Hopefully I will get to check in the rest of the weekend because I am working. Well, I work until 3 tomorrow. I'm like 8 to 3, and then I'll be on Rise channel. So I'll definitely be able to do one more check-in. And I have to start a buddy read tomorrow. So wish me luck. We are back in mood reading. We have made it to we have unlocked the door with our prompts. So woo! Okay, so I forgot to check in yesterday, which was Saturday, so my bad, and I'm really rushing this morning, but I had a lot of fun last night. I was on Rise channel for some Escape the Readathon reading sprints, and I got a ton of reading done. It was awesome. I finished Pinata by Leopoldo Gaut, and I absolutely loved this. I almost cried, or I cried a little bit. Maybe like one tear. I cried one tear. It made me tear up. There's a very emotional part in this that is, I would say, the more well-written, like a really well-written action scene in this. I feel like it's tough to write action. It's very different than suspense and like atmospheric writing, but there's a really cool action scene in this, and it does happen very quickly, but I really liked it. It was very suspenseful, but there is a very sad part that happens during it. I really liked this book. I was debating between a 4.5 or a 5-star. I think I'm gonna go with a 4.5 just because I was kind of left with some questions about the mom character. I think her name is Carmen. I felt like we spent a lot of time like with her internal monologue, and she had like this arc and it felt uncompleted, but that's it. I mean, this is an awesome book if you're looking for a good possession story, but also like a lot of social commentary, a lot of history in this. You get the history of the piñata, which I had no idea, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it was really gripping. You care about the characters. You care about the characters so much. I wanted a complete arc. Come on. But yeah, 4.5 star. I will round up to good. I'll round up to Goodreads. I'll round up to 5 on Goodreads for sure for that. And then I ended up starting Familiar Spirit by Lisa Tuttle. I'm buddy reading this with Kelsey from Simon Slashers and Andrew from It Came From the Page, my 2 buddies. And yeah, I haven't checked in on the Discord yet because this was almost a Midnight Book Society book club pick, Kelsey's book club pick, but it didn't quite make it, but she still put a tab open for it like 1 month. But yeah, I'm loving it. As you can see, I'm tabbing this. So both of these are possession stories, of course, and both prologues are amazing. Amazing. I will say there's some animal cruelty in the prologue of this, so just a heads up. It didn't bother me too much, but it still is like, oh no, that's sad, you know? But I'm really liking it. The first, I would say like 50 to 80 pages of this is very tense and scary, but now I think I'm like on 115 or so. Yeah, I'm on page 115. It's kind of gotten a little zany, and I'm not complaining. I think it's fun, but I feel like a bit of the tension is is gone from the beginning. But yeah, I absolutely love the writing in this. It is so good. You guys know I love A Nest of Nightmares. It's like one of my favorite books this year by Lucy Tuttle. So I am loving this. I will already suggest this, and I believe this is going to be 5 stars already because I'm just having so much fun with it. And then I did end up reading this morning, audiobook. I got this audiobook like a while ago for an Audible sale, I guess. I do that. Sometimes I will buy, like, if it's $2 or $3, I will buy an audiobook when I see it. So I just have this in my Audible, and I listened to it. It's a very quick listen. As you can see, it's a little novella mapping the interior, and this is about a boy whose father died when he was 4, and now he's 12, and he is seeing the ghost, but he's telling it from a different perspective. He's older, so he's like kind of reflecting, but it feels like it's like happening in the moment. This one too like made me tear up. I'm like, what is with these books? I'm like, I have feelings. Since when? I absolutely love this story. It's very creepy. The writing is fantastic, of course, because it's Stephen Graham Jones, and it's gory. It's so dark, and it just is heartwarming too at the end, and it's like very sentimental. To do all of that in like, what, 100 and some pages, I think it's 107 pages, is amazing. So I'm giving it 5 stars. Very impactful, beautiful. I knew I was gonna love this book. I knew it. I just knew it. So to kind of wrap up this week a little bit with my being haunted by my Ouija board, I only read 2 books for that, but hey, one is pretty big, right? And yeah, oh well. I can continue to be haunted because there's no audiobooks for those other ones. And then I read They Were Here Before Us and Rolling in the Deep, and there was something else I probably ended up listening to as well that I can't think of because I feel like I listened to like 2 things. I might be wrong. But yes, on to the next. We are still like in our room, I believe. I haven't checked since like last night though, so stuff could have changed. As for like a vlog next week, I think I'm only gonna vlog when we get to the door. Yeah, we shall see what happens. I'm like on the edge of my seat. I'm like it's very suspenseful for me, this readathon. I'm rocking the the summer ween, spring fling-a-wing. Wow, I can't talk. Shirt today. I will be wearing it at work, and I'm super excited. And what else is there? Oh yeah, you guys go subscribe, go watch Lexi's channel, go watch it, go watch all the videos, give her a thumbs up, because she really put so much work. She's putting so much work into this readathon, so definitely go check her out if you haven't yet. I'm sure everybody here has, but for sure if you haven't, if this is your first time on booktube, on horror booktube, definitely check out Lexi's channel. I'll link it down below. And yes, I hope you guys have had a wonderful first week of Escape the Readathon, because I've had an excellent reading week. I'm hopefully gonna read 31 books this month. That is my personal goal because of like 31 days, and I'm reading a lot of novellas, and I'll be reading some mangas and graphic novels and stuff. So I am so excited for the rest of the month. Let me know what you guys ended up reading or which team you're on. You can leave emojis down below. I have all the emojis memorized for all the teams, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!